Hello, welcome back to the final episode of my Kodaikanal vlog series. Over the past two videos, I've explored the origins of the lake water, tested and compared it to another nearby lake, Manavanur, and looked at some of the threats it's now facing. Finally, I want to know what the people who lived here thought. After all, they're the ones who see the lake every day and know it better than anyone else. So, I spoke to a few locals to get their thoughts, experiences, and ideas for keeping the lake healthy. Let's hear what they had to say. We conducted 6 interviews: an officer from the tourist department, a member of Palani Hills Conservation Council, founder of environment organization Kodaikanal, founder of Soleil Kuruvi, and a local school student who is part of the CHJNAN program. I also spoke to 2 shopkeepers.
Kodaikanal Lake is getting polluted because of the lots of human and tourists, and the public is not handling it properly. You have to recycle it or handling it properly. Garbage, everything.
Mostly lake ஏதோ டிரைவிங் பர்பஸ்க்காக தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஏதோ வண்டி ஓட்டி பழகிறதுக்கு, ஒரு ரேஷ் டிரைவிங் பண்ணுறதுக்கான இடமா தான் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ இதோட ஒரு வாக்கிங்காக வந்து பார்க்கும்போது மேபி லேக்கை பற்றின ஒரு பார்வை வந்து டூரிஸ்ட்டுக்கும் மாறுன்றது என்னோட கருத்து.
Really, he is telling many tourists no, they take a car, bike, and then they make a round in the lake. Okay, they drive very rashly because they don't know what to be done at the lake. He is telling there is a nearby forest. The forest is connected to the marsh is connected to the lake. So this cycle, the water cycle, that can be thought of in a way. Student community or even the tourists actually, they can be taken by walk to the nearby forest. They can do bird watching. They can see how the water is originated.
And many problems in our lab test shows richness in phosphorus and nitrates. If we have both chemical parameters, it will increase the growth of vegetation. Yes, algal, microvegetation and macrovegetation. Microvegetation is algae blooms, algae, and macrovegetation like water lilies, hydrilla and other things which block the sunlight go inside. So it will reduce the BOD level. It will automatically affect living organism in the water. These are the 2 major things.
Part of Janan, I often do lake cleanup. So everybody throwing plastic waste everywhere. So after the rainfall, it directly goes to the lake.
மாசுபாட்டை கம்மி பண்ணணும்னா என்னென்ன முயற்சிகள் நம்ம எடுக்கணும்னு கேட்குறோம். என்ன பண்ணால் கொடைக்கானல் லேக் சுத்தமாக இருக்கும்?
ஃபஸ்ட்டு வந்து நம்ம சர்க்கிளில் இருக்கிற ட்ரைனேஜ் இருக்குல்ல, அந்த ட்ரைனேஜ் போகிறத வந்து அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும். அதுதான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு ரீசன், மெயின் திங் அதுதான். ரெண்டாவது வர டூரிஸ்டர்ஸ் வந்து இந்த பிளாஸ்டிக்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி இதெல்லாம் வந்து இந்த இதுக்குள்ளே போடாமல்
அவாய்ட் பண்ணணும்.
ஃபஸ்ட்டு இந்த ட்ரைனேஜ் எல்லாம் போகிறது அழுக்கு உள்ள
Main thing, the sewage, it's called drainage actually. So all the sewage, wastewater is entering into the lake.
There were many ideas and suggestions for protecting the lake. Siltation has been recognized as a big problem, so silt traps might be effective, as well as having more drainage points. Tourist management could also be better improved, with more rubbish bins so that waste isn't just thrown on the floor or into the lake, and a better way of disposing of old boats. Waste in general should be managed better, and larger businesses should contribute more to lake conservation, as they generate more waste pollution than a smaller business. The marshland was also recognized as an important place we need to protect. The whole marsh could be restored and introduced with a greater variety of native, filtering wetland species to keep the pollutants out. We also need to protect the native vegetation, such as the shola trees and grassland, and encourage residents of watershed areas to plant these. It is imperative that we continue to plant native vegetation, as it supports the ecosystem and biodiversity, and local wildlife is already adapted to them, so it is better for them as well. It's been so amazing to hear these perspectives. The lake isn't just a lake. It's part of the community, the culture, and the identity of Kodaikanal. I hope these videos have shown how connected the livelihood of a community and its natural spaces are, and how important it is to protect them. Thank you for joining me on this journey to discover this beautiful and unique part of the world, and it's been so illuminating learning about this ecosystem. Until next time.